Good morning to all. I hope you all are doing well at your home, eating healthy, staying at your home. Myself, Ms. Kunjan Daswani from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, welcome you all to the e-learning classes of English text. So the topic that we will be doing today is of your English textbook, that is Gulmohar Reader, and we will be doing chapter number 3, the starting point. So this chapter is basically based on the life of Milkha Singh, and this text has been taken from his autobiography named The Race of My Life. And let's know who is Milkha Singh. So Milkha Singh, also known as the Flying Sikh, is an Indian former track and field sprinter. Field sprinter means the athlete who covers short distances at the fastest speed, who entered the field of sports while serving in the Indian Army. He represented India in the Commonwealth Games in 1958 and the Summer Olympic Games of 1956, 1960 and 1964. Also, he was the first Indian athlete to win a gold medal in athletics after the record was broken by Krishna Punia in 2010. And also, he has been honoured with one of the highest civilian award, that is Padam Shri. So, in this chapter we are going to learn about the 3 main incidents that changed his life completely. So, the topic is related to that only, the starting point which pushed his career to the success. So, let's read. In January 1953, 3 fortunate incidents changed the life of Milkha Singh. As I told you, this is the time of January 1953, and that time only the 3 lucky incidents happened in the life of Milkha Singh which changed his life completely. One morning after the roll call means you have the attendance in your school. So this was the time when he was newly appointed in the armed forces. So there also that attendance happened, that who is present or absent in the field. So one morning after the roll call, that means the attendance, an announcement of a 6-mile race was made. All the 500 recruits were to participate in the event. The top 10 would be exempted from fatigue duty and be given a glass of milk every day during the training period. So, recruits means is the newly appointees. So, now as they were in the field, they were told that there were 500 participants, 500 newly appointed people in the armed forces who were told that they have to participate in a race, and the top 10 winners would be free from, exempted means is free from the fatigue duties. Now, fatigue duties are the duties of cleaning, washing. So, these are fatigue duties, all household work duties, that are fatigue duties, and they will be free. The top 10 winners would be free from this duty and would be given a glass of milk as a reward. So, Milkha Singh had suffered great want and deprivation in his childhood. So, the reward of getting a glass of milk was a big treat for him. He ran and stood 6th in the race. His name was announced before a large gathering and he was overwhelmed by the attention and appreciation. So, as Milkha Singh came from a poor background and his financial condition was not that much, good. His financial condition was very low. So, he didn't have got the glass of milk every day. So, for wanting that glass of milk, his zeal was at top. And he wanted to have that thing as a reward for it, because he didn't have got that glass of milk in his childhood. So he won that, and with that zeal in his mind, with that thinking in his mind, he ran and stood 6th in the race. And now after coming in the top 10 winners, his name was announced among the large gathering, among so much of audiences over there. And after hearing his name being announced over there, he felt very much warm, he felt very much emotional that time. He was very overwhelmed by the attention and appreciation he was getting from everyone. One of Milkha Singh's instructors who influenced him was Havaldar Gurudev Singh. Children, remember this name. This was the person who influenced him, who motivated him to achieve success in his life, to become a good athlete in his life. Gurudev was a taciturn, no nonsense kind of a man. Taciturn means reserved, means compact, an introvert kind of personality who doesn't speak much, and no nonsense kind of man. Like he was very direct and he was very straightforward. His tough exterior hid his softer, gentler side. So this line means is in his outer appearance he might look like very rude, very harsh, but inside he was not the same as his appearance looks like. He was a good runner himself and continued to participate in races. So Gurudev also was a good runner himself. He was a good runner himself, as his work was to train new recruits in the armed forces. But he was a good runner himself and he used to continue participating in the races. He was instrumental in motivating Milkha Singh to strive to become a world-class athlete. When Milkha Singh thinks of his Danda, he says, "I bow my head in respect." So, whenever Milkha gets a flashback of reminding his instructor, his life changer, that was Havaldar Gurudev Singh, whenever he think of him, he just always bow his head, in respect. That is a gesture you give when you give someone a respect. After 6 weeks of training, a cross-country race was held where Gurudev came first and Milkha Singh stood second. He became the cynosure of all eyes. He was asked to take part in brigade meet in Hyderabad, which was a 400-meter event. Milkha Singh was used to running 6 miles every day, so he had to practice for many days to improve his time, and soon he was running 400 meters in less than a minute. So, after training for 6 weeks, he participated in a cross-country race where he stood second, and his instructor, that was Gurudev Singh, he came first. So, he became the cynosure of all eyes. He got so much of attention over there. That is cynosure. He was asked to take part in the brigade meet in Hyderabad, which was a 400-meter event. So now, when he was asked to participate in 400-meter event, he didn't even know what is 400-meter event, as he was very surprised to know that. But because he didn't know anything, what does this 400-meter event means? So Milkha Singh was used to running 6 miles every day. Means like he used to run 6 miles every day to improve his time. What happens is, after practicing so much, he just covered 400 meters in less than a minute. During the brigade meet, the second incident occurred which made him even more determined to become a good athlete. So now, the paragraph that we will be reading now is the second incident which changed his life. So, Milkha Singh noticed some men who were surrounded by senior officers and their families. They wore vests with India written on them in bold letters. They seemed to have an air of power and prestige. That was his eureka moment, and he decided to earn a place in that special world. He resolved to represent his country and make his country proud. So, during that brigade meet, the second incident happened that changed his life. What was that second incident? As when Milkha Singh was surrounded by some senior officers, he noticed some men who were surrounded by senior officers and their families. They wore vests. Vest means this garment that Milkha Singh is wearing in this picture. That is a type of garment worn on the upper part of the body, which is cut sleeves like this, and with India written on them in bold letters. Like this, it is written India with the flag also mentioned over here. So this was vest. So they all were, there were, the man he noticed were wearing this kind of vest which with India written in bold letters. So what happened is they seem to have an air of power and prestige. So after looking at when you look at your Indian flag, you feel so much respected, you feel so much loved, and you feel very much proud that you are an Indian. The same thing happened with Milkha Singh too. That was his eureka moment. Eureka moment means is the moment where you recognize what you wanted to become in life. Like it is that moment when you decide what you want to become. So that was his moment when he decided that he will devote his life to make his country proud. Now this was the first time he was competing in such a big event with so many spectators, and he was not very much known to the procedures and the technicalities for such event. He came fourth in the race. He was disappointed but not disheartened. So now this was the time when he felt very nervous as he was competing in such a big event, and where there were so many of audience, where there were so many of viewers who were looking at him, who were watching him playing. So he was not, and the one more thing why he was nervous was that he was not very much known to the procedures, to the rules that you have to follow before the race, to the processes that you have to follow before the race. And as the race happened, he came fourth in the race, and he was disappointed as he always came first, second or third, but he came fourth this time, and this made him disappointed but not disheartened. Disheartened means he didn't lose any hope, he didn't lose his confidence. This is the point that we should learn from Milkha Singh's life. You should also learn that you should not give up your hope, not give up your confidence at any point of your time. When Milkha Singh returned from Hyderabad, his desire to succeed as an athlete was as strong as ever. After a day of hard work, he would hide his dinner under his bed and would be on the ground practicing. Then after practicing and completing 5 to 6 rounds, he returned back to his room, took bath and had dinner. So now when Milkha Singh returned back from Hyderabad, when he came back from Hyderabad, now his desire was so at the top of the level, like now his willpower was at top. He wanted to achieve. Now the motive that he has decided was as strong as a stone, like he wanted to achieve, because he has came across a failure according to him, and then he wanted to improve himself, he wanted to improvise. So that his decision was as strong as ever. After a day of hard work, like he used to do fatigue duties that time, and that was the time when he at the daytime used to do fatigue duties, and at the night only he used to practice. At that was the time only he got, so he used to hide his dinner under his bed, and what he used to do, he would go on the ground for practice. So after practicing, he completed 5 to 6 rounds. As he didn't know anything about 400 meters event, so he used to practice a lot daily, and he used to follow a rule of thumb, like he used to continuously run every time for a minute so as to break his own record. So he used to follow the rule of thumb, and whenever he's done with his practice, he came back to his room, took bath and had dinner. One night when he was doing his regular practice, Brigadier S.P. Vohra spotted him and inquired his reason for being on ground so late. Milkha Singh was breathing hard and dripping sweat from every pore. From next day, he was excused from fatigue duty so that he had more time to practice. After that, he was given better facilities, a nutritious diet, and a special attention was given to him for his grooming. Grooming here means for his training. Okay, so now one night when he was doing his regular practice, as he used to practice in night only, so that time Brigadier S.P. Vohra spotted him as he was practicing at that time, and he asked him, "What are you doing at this point of time? What are you doing here at this point of time?" He asked him. So he told him that he didn't got time in daytime, so he used to practice in nights only. And he was like breathing very hard. When your breath rate increases, and he was just sweating from every side. Like he was running and there was so much of exertion, so he was breathing very hard that time. So from next day, after looking to this, that Brigadier S.V. Vora excused him from fatigue duties, and from that day onwards he was free from all that fatigue duties, and now he had more time to practice. So now after that he was given better facilities, and he was given very nutritious diet, a very healthy diet, and a special attention was given to him for his grooming. Like for his training he was given a very special attention. So now this was the chapter, and the lesson we learned from this chapter is, with perseverance and determination, nothing is impossible. In simple words I can say, if there is a will, there is a way. So with perseverance and determination, like if you are determined towards your goal, nothing can stop you from achieving that goal, and nothing is impossible. As impossible itself says, I am possible. So I hope you all have understood this chapter. Stay fit, stay at your home, and thank you for watching this video.